Yes, I know.
I think but overall, it's been good. It's been okay. It's just, the hustle don't stop. So,
never stops.
What about you? How's your week been?
I mean, it was okay. Just work. And, between being a mom, studying, and it's just a whole mixture of things. But we're here. We're grateful to God that we're here. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to our little man here. Today, he's the only man in our midst besides the producer. Producer is over there. So, producer, yeah, two bomb na ebi shedan come. So, today, we are going to aim all our energy and our questions and everything to you. I hope you're ready. Because I'm about to throw bombs and stuff. So, how was your week?
Me and the ages, boys, I'm dead.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's been a fruitful week. For the first time in 2 years.
Okay.
3 years actually.
Okay.
2022. We sold our VVIP tickets.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah. I was like, well, that was quite impressive.
Yeah, so that's a good news. So the week has been fruitful, We sold out our VVIP. So now if you want, I'm sure by the end of this month, the VIP should also go, and then the regular.
Yeah.
They get taken care of.
Okay. Nice one.
Okay.
That's good. So now let's get down to business. So how are things going so far with, as far as preparation, venue, and all the things, the nitty-gritties that comes with GMA USA?
All right. So I've been to Atlantic City since I came back from Ghana, 2 or 3 times already.
Okay.
And creation are still going on. They are fixing the LED light. They are putting together the center, and the venue is very huge.
No.
So
I've seen pictures.
Okay.
You should make it a point to be there because
the
place is very huge, and so it's taking them time to put some things together. I know, and we are not the only ones that have concerts over there.
Okay.
Rhyme had their concert. Vibe Cartel also did theirs last weekend.
Okay.
And it's a noble place, so they are still putting things together. So we keep going there to see what we can do different. And I mean, so far so good.
Okay.
And the ticket sales are going up. So yeah.
Great. As far as, because I've had a few people calling me and asking accommodation and all of that. Is there a hotel that you have reserved for people coming from out of state, or even people in state? Some of them want to stay because they might party too much and don't want to, get themselves into anything. So is there a hotel, or is there a place? Have you made arrangement for that?
Okay. So we actually have, the Claridge and, Tropicana as so there are links which I think, we'll put out there for people to go on. You can go on Tropicana, website, and then use the GMA USA code, Ghana Music Awards USA code, and then you get a discount. And then reason why we are doing it is it's a weekend of activities. Like we have Friday, which we'll talk about later.
Right.
We have Friday night, Saturday, and then Saturday again, and then the Sunday. So yeah, it's a whole.
So it's a weekend packed with a lot.
GMA USA is not just awards, the festival.
Right. Okay.
So are there other hotels around that if somebody decides Claridge is too much for me, or the other one is too much for me? Are there other hotels that people can?
Atlantic City is just like Vegas.
Okay.
You have class. It's a town full of hotels.
Right.
Because it's a beach town. It's a lower island with a lot of hotels. Like they have about almost 20 to 30 hotels in Atlantic City. There's a lot of them to choose from.
Okay.
They even have motels if you want, and they have Airbnb. So yeah, whatever you want, you can just go on there.
Okay. And I heard, earlier you were talking about tickets and all of that. VVIP is sold, and there's a few VIP left, and then I'm sure the regular ones. How is that going so far?
So like I said, the VVIP, it's already gone. The VIP we are left, it's few numbers. Okay. Because the way we want to, I just want to make sure I'm saying the right thing. The design of the place this year requires us to make sure we sell a certain amount of tickets.
Okay.
Which we have achieved the first phase. Now we're going to the second phase. The second phase, we have achieved almost 3/4 of it. And the rest is the regular. For the regular, you don't care. Even if you want to buy the ticket at the gate for the regular, that's fine.
That's fine.
You still have the upstairs. And you don't want to be upstairs, you want to be downstairs. So
Right.
Let's get a downstairs ticket and the let's go.
Okay.
So how has it been so far? Has it been hectic? Has it been easy? Planning? I know every year is a different thing that you go through or different thing that happens. How has it been so far with planning and, putting things in place?
Oh, okay. So, I must say GMA USA itself, because we don't have franchise, it's not a franchise or anything like that. It's been very challenging. Let me put it like that. Very, very challenging, especially financially, logistic. When you have finances, you're able to get everything. So it's basically finances, But when it comes to the support or patronage, I think we are good at that. But the only problem now is our funding, sponsorships. This year, for instance, I can tell you on authority that we've not had a single sponsor yet.
I can see because there's no headline sponsor. Because I know
usually all the time.
Previously you had
all the time we have headline sponsors, but this year we've not had a headline sponsor. I don't know what's going on, but I think it's just a global trend. It's everywhere, and for that reason, we are also facing the same thing. A lot of people are also scared and to sponsor events because of what is happening in the country.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's quite challenging, and it's been there from day one. The financial aspect, but apart from that, I think we've had good patronage, which of course I'm very grateful to Ghanaians in America who patronize our event. I was talking to your producer earlier that the only time I felt we did not sell out or we did not really achieve the numbers we wanted was in 2023 back in Ohio. But even that, compare that to other events in America, you will know we actually,
you did well.
You did well, yeah.
But to me, I felt that was our lowest moment.
Yeah.
Those are our lowest moments. Apart from that, there's a few sabotages here and there.
I was going to come to that. Have you, encountered anything that you feel like, this is a little fishy?
Oh, yeah, okay. There has been a lot of sabotages.
And how have you been able to, jump over that ladder to, set your mind that, okay, it is what it is. We move.
Okay, so you see, when you are human, as the human institution, right? Sometimes you are confronted with whether or not to react or to act. Two differences. Reacting to a particular situation because, anytime you react to a thing, it means you are possibly angry or, but when you act, you are swift. You think about it. So sometimes when you're confronted with those situations, for instance, I've had situations whereby I've reacted.
Yeah.
In so many situations and I feel, that was our beginning stages where I just feel like, come on, man, why are you coming for me? Don't come for me. I'm doing something right. So why are you coming for me? Those moments I will react and jump and then start defending my brand because I put a lot of money into this brand.
Into it, yeah.
Of course, this is my brand.
That's an investment.
I react to protect my brand. But along the way, I realized you can't always react to situations. Sometimes you just have to act swiftly. Sometimes I'll just ignore.
Yeah, silent is very golden.
I think if you've grown to a point where you are able to tune out all the negative things that are coming and all of that, your focus is like, we move.
Yeah, I'm like,
and I think that's a positive thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It's very mature.
Yeah, like, I feel we've come to a point in our lives where it comes with growth. When you get into a place, you look back and you're like, okay, I shouldn't have acted this way. This was just so not me.
No.
Even me. Even we've come a long way.
We fought.
We've come the first
you guys have fought.
First ever one.
Not like simply.
Even before the lunch, we had this.
Yeah.
We hadn't even met.
We are like this. Because, he wasn't getting, it was just but we've come a long way.
It's about understanding the industry you are in.
Yeah.
You come in and people are like, Whereas they keep saying this thing about who is he.
Yeah, we are that bang.
But they tend to forget that me, right?
He's a musician. Let me just say, he's a gospel musician doing some
gospel.
Before that, my first ever event I organized was back in 20. No, wait, not 20. We're not even in the 20s. My first ever event I organized was a carnival in Ghana, and that was in 98. No, sorry, I lied. That was in 99.
99.
It's somewhere in June, right? And the next one I organized again was the Miss SS. That, if you remember those days in Ghana, I was the first person to organize Miss.
Say grandma.
I was the first to organize Miss SS in Ghana.
Okay.
And then Jeffrey Saki took over. I don't know your producer. I'm sure your producer will know him. He worked at the presidency, in the other administration. Yeah, he took over for me in 2021. I did the 1999 and 2000 edition, and then he took over. Yeah, when we went to uni, and then he took over. So I've been in the game for a long time. So I come to America. I'm doing music, and I start this to honor the musicians in America. And I hear people say, but wait, I've been about we see, I'm like, okay, I'm me, like sometimes the way they come at you.
Yeah.
You're like, you're not putting any money into this. I'm doing all this. I have partners I'm doing this with. So why do you come at me wrongly? And I react. But now I've come to a point where I'm like, Charlie.
There's no need. There's no need to do it.
And that has helped. Charlie, I tell you, man, that has helped. Because there are certain situations where I don't react. I act by calming and not saying anything.
Right.
They'll go around, and then it's go around and come back to me.
Come back to you, yeah.
Go.
Yes.
I mean, do you have anything?
I mean, yeah, I want to dive a little bit deeper. So, like, I would say, what kind of acts or what kind of artists have you been around? Like, just help us understand, like, your accolades. Yeah.
Why we nominate artists and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So, yes. American artists.
Some people.
So I'll be very cautious and very careful. Every year we receive close to about 300 applications.
Okay.
That tells you the number of musicians Ghanaian have.
Okay.
Both Ghana and America, we receive over 300. So we have to see them and narrow them to about, our cutoff point is 120 for both countries, Ghana and America. Because it's Ghana Music Awards USA.
USA.
America. So,
right.
So some of the works that comes in, yeah, of course, they are chaff. I must say, I'm sorry, but I have to say that. I know people didn't want to hear me say this.
But you're being real.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it real.
Right.
Them are very, very, below our standard, or below the standard we expect. And of course, we expect those things to happen. But I can tell you on authority that majority of the works we receive that gets nominated, you listen to them, you're like, oh wow, this is good. But it's just that because of, America is so huge and big, so we don't get, and everybody, and we have artists in different states. We come to Maryland, we have artists like Hetikoji, we have, Raya Mama, and you go to Virginia, you have Miss Nana, other artists, and then you go to New York, and then there's an NYC.
Yeah.
Then there's a Dreams, that they are all over the place.
There's Jamming Beats, there is Kiki and Ponsa,
and all these people. These are individuals doing very well in their various states, in their Ghanaian communities. But unfortunately, because America is so huge and the cultural diversity is broad, so they don't get to penetrate because they are all competing for the same mileage. In Ghana, it's just Ghana, so they are competing for the same. Even though they are competing, but it's not as broad as America. So for somebody to hit, like Jehovah did it while year, for him to hit in America, for the music to cross border as a Ghanaian, that's huge.
Yeah.
And Jehovah is GMA USA product.
Mm-hmm.
So we have produced wonderful talent. We've nominated wonderful artists. I think, we are doing well. They are doing well. Some of them too are. Yeah.
Right. So, last week, we were having a conversation, and then, we went into a little about, award schemes and stuff like that. And one of our panel member was saying, he doesn't understand.
That boy.
Yeah. He doesn't understand why Ghana Music Awards USA and all of that. So I want you to tell me, because I spoke what I have to based on what
you educated him very well.
Because I'm a part of it. Yeah. I want you to, educate us more on a broader, scale, so people can understand your whole motive or the team that you work with, your whole motive for
GMA USA.
For GMA USA and what, going forward.
Going forward, okay. Yeah. All right. So the exception of GMA USA. I was an artist myself, right? So gospel artist to that, yeah. So there's no music awards in America, Ghanaian music awards in America that celebrates Ghanaian musicians in America. Because the ones in Ghana will not celebrate you, period. Unless your work enters the Ghanaian system. But you forget that we live in America and they are Ghanaians. So then we are like, wait, a lot of artists in America, like I told you, we have about almost
300 more.
We receive about 300 applicants a year. So who are going to nominate or award these individuals? If the Ghanaians are not doing it, who is going to do it for them? That's the reason why we are like, you know what? It's high time we celebrate our artists in America. If they will not celebrate them back home, we'll celebrate them here. That's the reason why we accepted. We came up with GMA USA, and we started with High Life Media.
Okay.
And 2Gs. We've that partnership with other institutions like other. We had with Gem Media and other stuff. And I think the main focus or the main goal for GMA USA is to celebrate our musicians in America. And it's just unfortunate people don't really understand why we have awards games. I mean, I was asking myself like, oh wait, there is a Grammys, there are Emmys, and then there are other music awards in Americas. So why do we still have BET? You ask all these questions, why do we still have and I'm not understand why. You can still have awards games to celebrate other individuals in different countries, not necessarily the countries they are coming from. Because the question is going to be who is going to nominate Nana YC, who is going to nominate Jehovah. Right. Even though they are doing very well. Jehovah blew the year Jehovah blew with One Leg. That song was bigger than any Ghanaian music that year. But guess what? He was not nominated in Ghana. Fact, he was all over in China, Korea, America, France. Everywhere. Worldwide, global. But he was not nominated in Ghana. So who is going to celebrate it?
So I wanna ask you this, because I really want to dive in. I want to get your opinion on it and see where you stand when it comes to that. So why is it that the individuals in Ghana or the artists in Ghana don't really recognize those that are here? What do you think is that gap?
That disconnect, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so are you talking about the artists or are you talking about the industry?
Just the industry in general.
The industry. Okay, so the industry. It's funny. Ghanaians are very homey. If I say homey, I mean, the Ghanaian don't like...
They don't like change.
I was just trying to be very careful not to use the word change.
They don't like change.
But it's a fact. They are not that dynamic.
Okay.
I'm sorry. But is it Ghanaians? Majority of Ghanaians are very, very...
adapting to change is difficult
for them.
Or receiving something foreign that they are not used to.
Yeah.
It's a big problem for them. Ghanaians, just like having a new upcoming artist.
Right.
Ghanaians, change it takes a long time for Ghanaians to embrace or adapt to change. All right. So that's why it takes a long time for them to change government. But the new ones now are yeah. So they are expecting the Ghanaian artists to come, the Ghanaian base, the US-based artists to come to Ghana to promote
their music.
In Ghana, right? Okay. And then the question is, do they leave Ghana and come and promote their music here? you get it. But we want to see them perform at our event. This year, I've not announced my artists yet.
Okay.
Right. But guess what? Let me say I'm not bringing any artists from Ghana. There will be chaos. There will be problems.
Of course.
All right. Yeah, there will be problems. There will be chaos. So it's us Ghanaians. We don't want to accept the new ones, the ones we have even the ones in America are not even accepting. Tell them, Jehovah is going to perform this year. Okay, you ask who is Jehovah. Right. Then you have to explain to them, this Jehovah. They've not seen the guy perform before, but Jehovah never remember.
And that is why.
Then go ahead and say, Stonebwoy is coming. Sold out ticket. I understand that Stonebwoy is very popular.
Yeah.
His music are popular because they promoted it and I get it. But how about the new ones we are trying to promote and push?
And that is why it comes from our conversation that we had last week about the difference between when it comes to like the musicians in the Ghanaian industry and the Nigerian. You see how Nigerians have pushed themselves all the way to like the American industry, like the entertainment industry here. And when I look at it, I see how Thames has come a long way. Like the producers and those that manage her are able to market, network, and push her into the American system. And it's like they already embrace their own. So for us Ghanaians, it's so hard. Like, it's hard for me to understand why it's so hard to embrace your own. And, I just don't understand it. So sometimes when that gap is kind of understandable, but at the same time, I feel like we should do something to also bridge that gap. I mean, AJ, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
how to bridge the gap?
Yeah.
It's just Ghanaians accepting change, like you said, accepting our artists from America, because some of their music, they sing. I cannot say an authority, and I'm not going to mess words, and that's why I don't care. You can say whatever they want to say. It's better than some of the music they sing in Ghana. Period. Straight up, like some of the music we hear here. I listen to the music they sing and compare it to some of the music I hear from Ghana, even from the bigger artists.
The so-called A-listers.
Come on, guys, you are playing, But again, it's all about publicity.
Yeah.
Here, the problem is that a guy is going to go to work 9 to 5. He will close. He will come to the studio. He'll be tired. He has to sing. He has to go to the studio, go sing, record, do promotions, go to Ghana, and do all those things. But in Ghana, the artist is devoted to only music. That's a big issue between. That's the big.
Yeah, the artists in Ghana have a lot of time on their hands, whereas the people here, they have to go to the studio, do all the recordings and stuff, and then after they have to go to work.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like
children, they have to take them.
Take care of.
Yeah, they're split between that. Okay, so now, let's get into the whole shebang.
Fire for fire.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's still about GMA still.
Okay.
Your artists.
Some of them, man.
Some of them. Some. Are they even serious at all?
And
well,
okay, so specifically, which artists are you talking about?
Honestly, me, you know me, I be shaggy woman. I don't really mean what.
Yeah.
Achipalago.
He's a fine artist.
Listen,
let's be serious.
Let's be serious.
Shame the devil.
The guy's a fine artist.
Oh my God.
In what terms? When you say he's a good artist,
I thought he's a fine artist.
Oh, a fine artist. Fine as in what? You need to elaborate.
What's your definition of fine?
I've had people calling and texting me asking about his music and all of that, and I'm like, you're asking the wrong person. I don't even know what to tell you.
You said something earlier that Ghanaians don't embrace change.
Yeah,
the guy is bringing something new. is coming out with some new style. Maybe you don't like that kind of style, but that doesn't mean other people don't like it. You know, it's building a fan base.
No, Don. I'm going to cut you right there. We know, they'll say emerging artists or whatever. We know emerging artists who is serious and wants to do real music and is passionate about the music.
Some of his music are even better than some of the music.
Oh, please.
Don, you see, I mean no disrespect to any artist with their craft and all of that, but at the end of the day, when we're done, I'll show you my phone and I'll show you something on it. This whole Shake It to the Max thing that it came out. Stonebwoy has done his version. Other artists have done their own version. And then here comes my boy.
Ooh, Achipala.
Yes.
It is something similar. It's doing the Kumasi vibe. It's adding the Kumasi vibe.
Why can't we tell the young man that, yo, you want to do music, we get it. But work on yourself. I think he needs to work on his temperament too. He's number one.
Oh, but there are some mainstream artists in Ghana who also have some bad temperament. Very, very.
But at least it's contained.
So it covers it. It covers, like, it's like it overshadows. It overshadows.
So Charlie, they say, Palago Shah, they say that too. Temperament so good.
Yeah, temperament no good because there's videos on TikTok, Instagram that are going viral.
You see, how often do you see the likes of my boy Samini, the Sarkodie, who am I trying to? Let me say, the supposed A-listers. How often do you see them doing the kind of things he does?
They don't do like that. They're very demure.
But I see. Wait.
You want to do the controversial. You want to do the controversial.
In Ghana, who is always controversial on social media?
It's Shatawale. Yeah, I'll say it for you. It's Shatawale.
You see,
and then I say, Atumbom.
Okay, so we have artists.
Yeah.
I didn't mention his name. Since we have mentioned,
we're mentioning names.
They are doing the same thing Palago is doing.
You see?
So what was the difference?
But like what she said,
have you listened to Shatawale's music?
Oh, but there's
music
Palago and music and his dislike were about 5K, and that's still record.
But at least Shatawale's craft,
music was the music by Ejao Mishu most disliked video. Music video, I dislike it like that music video. You see, so I don't have anything. I think he's a fine young man. He's pushing, he's doing whatever he needs to do. But I think he needs to work on himself musically. If he wants to do music and he's taking this music thing serious now, he needs to work on himself. His voice, his everything, everything, seriousness and all of that. I mean, your boy did that music, Papa Shin or whatever. It was an okay because the beat was, but yo, come on.
I mean, look, let me say this to you. What you may not like, somebody may like it. Music is dynamic, music is universal.
But sometimes you have to be demure about it, you know?
See, that is his style of approaching music, and that's his style of doing music. Maybe that he believes maybe that's what is going to push him out there. So he's doing it, and that's why we are talking about him right here. If he wasn't doing the things he's doing right now,
we will not be talking about him.
I don't think we'll be talking about him right now, right? But he's doing something right. So there's nothing like wrong publicity. And there's nothing like this is a better my way of promoting something. No, there's nothing like that.
Okay.
Once you do something which will sell, Charlie, why?
But like, for example, the VGMAs that happened in Ghana, no? Did you see the way he went? He was sitting next to you.
Right.
Do you see how he went? They mentioned Kweku Smoke's name, that he ran up on stage.
But that is it's his boy. Yeah,
I was so confused.
He went there to support him.
I know.
Saying anything.
And
they cut his mic.
You cannot. You
can't do that.
You can be supportive.
But Charlie, he went there to support him, and that got an applause, and that trended for at least some days.
Because people were talking about it.
Okay. Some people will come and sit on TikTok and say stupid stuff. I'm sorry, but things which are not, to really
make no sense.
But again, I'm not going to hold them accountable for that because it's working for them.
Yeah.
That's how they want to approach their craft. And I think it's working for them. It's working for them. If he feels he wants to even take off his pants on social media, or he wants to dress anyhow and still get his clout, hey, Archipelago, Charlie, go on, man.
So being an event organizer, promoter, and all of that.
Event manager,
sorry. So if he was your artist, doing what he's doing, would that be okay with you?
If Pelago is doing what he's doing, if he's bringing us the money, why not? If he's bringing us the money, why not?
So you don't care about, the theatrics and all that.
If I was his manager,
yeah,
and he's bringing me money, or I'm seeing the numbers, I'm seeing him out, maybe I may add some few twists to some of the things he does.
Okay.
But if what he's doing is bringing us the money, why not? But so about the benches. So about the money. So if he's doing this and that's what's bringing us the money, shit. Go on.
Okay, so with all the negative things that is revolving around his brand and all of that, so you still encourage him to...
And again, there's nothing like negative publicity. Every publicity is publicity. There's nothing like negative publicity. If there are some adverts you see on TV and you wouldn't want your kids to watch, right?
Right.
But they are still adverts. And people are still watching. You can't tell them to take it off. But that's their company. That's what they're doing. That is his brand. That's what he believes he needs to do. So I think we should leave the poor man alone to do what he does.
Let's talk about some of your artists. But I want to ask you a few questions, but let's talk about some of your artists. How are they doing so far as as music and everything? Ever since they've been
or the artists,
the nominees and the artists that usually you give them the platform to perform and all of that. Like my boy Nana NYC. Have you seen growth in his music, his personality, and all of that?
Yeah, Nana is one guy I've had issues with in the past. I've had some serious, and he knows this now. I say this all the time, but he's a fine artist. He understands the music-based business. He is an industry guy. He knows what he's doing. And that is where I give him that respect. And Charlie, big up to yourself. But I also think there's a few things you can also,
work on.
And just like any other person. Me, there are certain things I can work on. So he has to work on certain things. And if he sits with his management, I'm not the one to go to advise him. If he sits with his management and they feel whatever they are doing is right, they can continue doing it. And other artists, let's take it categories by categories, like genre by genre. Let's take the gospel genre for instance. Metacology just had her concert last week.
Right.
Massive. Raya Mama is going to have one tomorrow. Mr. Becky is having one the following week. The artist number, there's a competition among the artists now. C is also going to have hers in July. It's a call to do something as an artist. And the gospel artists are, Charlie, they are making us proud. I was on United Showbiz and Diana herself even said it that we see the kind of work they are putting in. Some of them are not even doing it. What the artists in America are
doing.
Hattie had a concert in America and then she had one too in Ghana. Guess what? There's only two artists who have done that. Sonny Badu and Diana Hamilton. Apart from these two, nobody else has had a concert in their home country and then went back to Ghana or come to America to do a concert. But guess what? The artists in America are doing. Melissa Yankee, they has done.
I was going to go into that. I spoke about her last week, right?
She's done in ATL. She has done in Ghana, and she's doing all over. You understand? Hetikoji, the same thing, and Niado, the same thing.
My man.
She's doing some in America and doing some in Ghana. They are working. I think they are even doing better than some of the Ghanaian artists in Ghana. I'll say that on authority. The gospel artists in America, they are doing much, much better than most of the Ghanaian artists. Apart from the fact that they are not out there loud like that, but they are working harder more than some of the artists in Ghana. Some of them. That's what I'm saying.
When it comes to GMA USA, in the fact that I was privy to being a part of the first ever one.
The first edition.
First edition.
Yeah. And then the subsequent.
We are on camera, so I was about to do something. Producer just blinked that I should stop. I've grown to have favorites in there, and I feel that they have come a long way with their craft. Even some that I bumped heads with, and because of one or two things. But I'm going, and I'm not being biased here. The likes of, you've mentioned your names already, the likes of Hetty Koji, the likes of Melissa Yankee. Melissa Yankee especially, she has come very far. She's come a long way. She's done collaborations. When I say taking music seriously, she's an epitome of that. She's an example of, I'm doing music. This is my passion. This is something I want to do. Even if I have a side hustle, I'm still doing music, and I'm doing it so people can see me and say, I'm doing a good job, and this is my job, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing it. So I'm very proud of her. If Millicent, wherever you are, if you're watching us, I'm very proud of you. Hetty Koji, a fine young lady. She's energetic. Her stage presence, she's just fantastic. Jehovah, one leg. Phenomenal. My boy Nana NYC, German Beat, like Keki Amponsa, like all these people, you could say they want to do music, and they are passionate about it, and they are serious about it, and they take criticism very well without any wasting.
Not all of them though. Not all of them.
Well, I mean the ones that I know. So let me ask, who is your favorite artist?
She's landed. She has landed.
I want trouble for him. That's
answer way they want to mean you too. Want to what they answer.
So play the fit.
Hey, I know they want to me.
You can never play the fifth.
And then this area
in Ghana or America.
I'm talking about America. Are we in Ghana? Are we in Ghana?
So they are also Ghanaians.
No,
they are Ghanaians.
We are talking about GMA USA. So we're talking about GMA USA artists here. Your favorite artists?
Favorite artists. Okay, let me see. 1, 2.
Hey,
Massa, listen.
As soon as he did 1, 2, 3, I just gone.
About to go. Who's your favorite artist?
I have about 50 favorite artists.
50?
No, you can't say.
Okay, top 5.
Yeah, pick 5.
Top 5.
Okay, you want me to give you top 10 or top 5?
Top 5.
Top 5.
Top 5. Yeah.
Gospel.
It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah,
Gospel,
any genre.
It doesn't matter. Any.
Gospel.
It doesn't matter if it's all gospel. That's fine. We don't.
Gospel.
And Tiomudin the same. What are their names?
5 gospel artists.
Yeah.
You see, when I do this, that means when they win an award, then they will say,
because he. Okay. So that's okay. That's fine. That makes sense. That makes sense. I don't mean to put you on the spot right there. Okay, so now let's get into the business itself. Are the people in Ghana supportive of GMA USA?
To some extent. Okay. To some extent, yeah. I mean, some of the artists, yes. The patronage by the general populations, when you watch UTV and you see the comments under, yes. To some extent, yes.
Okay.
But they can do better. The artists in Ghana can do better. They want to win the Grammys. They forget that charity begins at home. Yeah, so the artist in Ghana, you think, GMA is not there yet. To get to a point, right? You beg to be on GMA USA, period. The time is coming where, you want to perform on GMA USA stage. The way some of the artists were begging to perform on VGMA those days, to get to that point where they will. But this time, because it's in America and it will become that huge, too huge that you will beg to want to be on GMA USA stage. I'll say that on authority, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so...
Newsflash.
This is a question that it might generate a problem, but honestly, I think I want an answer to that, or we both want an answer to that. We've seen that.
I'll answer you.
Okay, you've partnered with a few media houses in Ghana and all of that. As far as that is concerned, what does it entail? What does it come with?
Okay. Oh, I thought you were going to ask something.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, I mean, that's not a question I'm thinking about. I thought you were going to ask some. So I was prepared. Once you said, I'm going to ask you a question, I know you and I have been talking about this thing a while.
we will talk about that. It's coming.
So, it entails a lot, depending on the station we are partnering with. So let's say we did the partnership with Media Gina where your producer used to work, TV3 and Unia. We did a partnership with them. We did a partnership with Multimedia. I think we are the only awards institution who have partnered with all these major stations in Ghana, right? The only station we did partner is GH1. We did Kantaka, we've done other places. Okay? So currently we have a partnership with UTV. So what it entails is that they promote our music, and we also give them a platform to telecast their event in America, and also some other stuff.
Okay. So previously, and people I've had issues with, and other people have had issues with, and they've spoken to me about it. I'm like, you know what? It's not something I want to talk about. They have some fine MCs here.
Oh.
Okay. There are some fine MCs here, both male and female.
Okay.
Including Moa.
Okay.
Okay. Yet every year, we see you import people.
Import?
Yes.
Are they also not Ghanaians? That's my first.
They are Ghanaians, but do they carry us from here to go to Ghana to go hold?
Period.
So say that one there, when you want to host, you go and host. You go there and go and...
No, we don't know.
Let me answer.
Yes, I need you to answer that because I've had a few people that are in the media space that do MCing and all that. I'm like, AJ. And I say, we were. So how is it that?
And you're also there.
And I'm also there.
How about you've hosted GMA USA?
We're not talking. We're not. And they are expecting
a consistent.
Most people come to see either myself on stage, or they have their favorite person they want to see on stage. You understand what I'm saying?
So see, I'll answer your question, right? But I just want to talk about what you just said. There are also people who come and also want to see certain Ghanaians on stage.
Okay.
All right? It's a fact. So let's put that to the side. But let's deal with the merit and the narrative itself, okay? So now, when you sign a contract with a media house, for United Showbiz or for UTV, in the contract or part of the agreement is that we are coming. We have certain individuals we need to also project on the show. Based on that, we will also give you this, and then which I will not be able to discuss on TV.
Right, of course, we can't.
Right.
Yeah.
So because of the agreement, well, because of what you also want from them, you are compelled to accept what they are bringing on board, what they want from you. So, for instance, they want at least one person to host, like Mishi, to host. She's the host of United Showbiz, which we partnered with last year. And as part of the contract, they will want her to go host the event. The kind of mileage I want from UTV, I'm not going to say because they are fine MCs in America, so I'm going to choose one person, which, again, what I've done so well. The funniest part is that, and that's the funniest part too.
We're not laughing.
We're not laughing. But that's the funniest part. Every year, there is an American host on stage. And I don't know why they forget that.
On what stage?
Constantly from 2020. So now, there's always constantly been an American host on stage.
Okay. All right. Okay. So the American, you're talking about have American hosts on stage and all of that.
I can mention names from 2020. 2020, it was AJ and...
Who's AJ?
The one hosting the show, right?
I need receipts.
And 2020, you see, now, reason why AJ was on stage was because of our partnership with High Life Media at the time.
Okay.
So it was just prudent and eminent that we use somebody from their station. It's the same thing. When we partner with the station, we use somebody from their station to host our event. The same thing. Now, 2021, we partnered with Media Genoa and TV3, and that's why we had Mishi. 2022, we partnered with Mishi, and then become the country rep of GMA USA. Now, guess what? I'm not going to pay somebody else when I'm already paying here monthly. But when I'm already paying here as a country rep, she's a finals. So I just added two. But then we had a contract with Multimedia. So that was when we added KMJ. You remember? 2022. We added KMJ. 2023, guess what? We did not have any partnership with any station in in Ghana. So we had AJ, we had Ades, and we had KMJ because he was in the country. Then last year, we had a partnership with UTV. Guess what? Meji is a host at another showbiz. So that's why we incorporated it. But again, along all those lines, there were still Americans. Usually, you can even get 2 Americans on stage.
Really?
Usually, you get 2 Americans on stage. Last year, for instance, we had only 2. But the year before, we had AJ and Ades, and then one guy from Ghana. The year before that, we had the same thing. There's always a Ghanaian. But there was a problem in 2022, okay, where the idea we came up with, sometimes people don't understand. You see, and AJ, you've worked with us before, so you get how creative we are when it comes to these things. You see, this year, for instance, I want AJ to do something different for me. You understand? Oh, yeah, but she's telling me she doesn't want to do it. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It means what? She respects her brand and she wants her brand to be positioned a certain way. And I respect that. I like people who are like that. Okay, now, what we also need to understand is that if I'm the creative director, there's something in my mind. And I know I have a vision of how I want my event to go this year. And I know the people I can use for those. It doesn't mean I'm saying somebody above the other. I'm a creative director. I'm a creative guy. So not a creative director. I'm a creative guy. I picture certain people and I know when I project you, I put you in this particular area. I know you can function very well for me. If you remember, I said on some of our meetings that there will be switches among us, among roles, where certain people will play certain roles and certain people will switch departments. You will be called to do. It's because I sat down and realized this person has a strength here.
Right.
And I said, leader, you should always see this. But the thing is that you need to have an amicable communication with them. And that's where the problem is.
Exactly.
That is where the problem is.
Communication.
When some of them, immediately you say it, they receive it negatively. Like,
No,
I'm not.
So they can't receive constructive criticism.
No, it's not even about that. You see, communication is the key to every successful being relationship, romantic, whatever you call it,
job, career,
workplace, whatever. You see, if you're coming to me and you're telling me, oh, AJ, you're good at what you do, you do this, but this year, I just want you to switch up a bit. I want you to do something different. Here are my reasons why. You understand? Maybe it's just for this year. Maybe the next year I can move you to, it's all about communicating with me properly and not making me feel or making the other person feel, say, oh, I feel Adjoa is better than you. So constantly I'm going to let Adjoa do this.
That is what Dundee don't.
You see, but that's the thing.
See,
but you
that
see,
is what I don't do.
That is what it comes off.
You see, that is, you see, I have relationship with everybody.
I wish the other one was here, but I couldn't kind of.
Okay, see.
All
right, so see, this is what happens. See, when I'm that guy who will call you on the side and have a conversation with you. I have a very good relationship with all of them, even though we fight. Okay. Here, for instance, fighting.
More tip.
So, but guess what? I have a way of dealing with situations like this. And again, I work with a team. I'm not the only boss of GMA USA. I have people, higher ranking individuals at GMA USA. They also have an opinion. I cannot always go by my opinion. When I bring an opinion on board, I'm like, look, this is what I think. This is what I've seen. I may just say, no, this is how the thing is going. But again, as a good leader, you need to listen to your people. And if I bring it on board and they're like, what you're saying is good, or nah, let's do it this way. And there's a vote and all of them say A and I say B. I can't go with my B. I have to go with their A. So sometimes I may have a very good reason to want to put somebody in a different department. But if the team says no, let's just maintain the person, I can't say anything. I can't do anything about it. You see, when we were growing, when GMA USA was growing, okay, we did a lot of mistakes, which I will admit. We did a lot of mistakes. See, we did a lot of mistakes because most of us are friends. We're friends. So the complacency and then the professionalism at the time wasn't there. We did some of the things.
We're all too comfortable.
With each other. So there was a lot of complacency.
Yeah.
there was no respect of rules. Like, like we'll stay on the line, we'll talk, then there's some substantive issues we are supposed to discuss. We don't discuss them.
We don't, yeah.
So I would say that played a factor in some of the communication gaps, communication lapses. Now, the thing with me is that I will approach you first. If I have something in mind, I will discuss it with you, the individual first, before I even take it to the team.
Okay.
I don't discuss with the team first. I'll see if you are comfortable with it before I try to convince my team.
Hold that thought for me real quick. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and then when we come back, we're really going to discuss, because I'm getting a few messages on my phone and I think it's interesting. But by the time you leave, you're okay. All right, episode 4. If you're watching us, we thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Lounge Vibe. We're going to take a quick commercial break from our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Do not go anywhere. Stay glued. And GMA USA CEO Nakasa Owahase. And to stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back. We are still here in the studio with GMA USA CEO, and we're having a conversation. So Don, let's pick up from where we left off.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I will have a discussion with you, talk to you about something that came into mind. I want to go and discuss it. Do you think you want to do it first before I even talk about it?
Right.
So that I'll know how to approach that situation. If you say no, I'm not pushing it. I'm not pushing the agenda. I'll just leave it. Okay. But if you say no, doesn't mean you're going to be playing the way you're playing. Maybe I've seen your weakness that, look, Charlie, you are not really good like dealing with individuals or people. If GMA is a people's thing, you understand? We deal with individuals or people. So if you're not able to relate to people and they are the face of it, and we are getting backlashes, and I'm trying to see if we can move to a different department, then now we have a problem.
So you're looking for someone who's more customer service oriented when you become
somebody who's more like friendly, Okay. There are people who are not friendly. Okay. So you approach some of them and so far, so good. You approach them and say, okay. But I say the question that keeps coming is, why? Did I do something wrong? Sometimes you've not done anything wrong.
Right.
It's just, be honest out here. You are not a people's person.
Right.
So we don't have to put you there, and that's where we get the confusions, Going forward, some of the artists do the same thing. They'll come, I want to perform. Now, you, the artist, wanting to perform. You forget that you want people at the venue. How many people are you bringing? When I put you on a bill, the goal is to project you guys. At least, even nominating is big enough, right? So the goal is to project you guys. My question then becomes, why is it that you get mad if I don't put you on stage? So, sometimes you are not better than the other person. The other person is also not better than you. They get so mad that some of them don't even apply the following year.
I know. I remember our very first episode, one individual.
Yes, you remember that?
Yeah,
I know.
And
I don't want to give him that money.
Yeah, I'm not. That's why I'm not mentioning his name. Him and his wife, And the wife, I know her when she was very young. We all grew up in the same state, so they were coming for me, and I'm like, and I making that decision. No, it's your work, it's your craft.
Is it the funniest thing? I'm going to say this. The funniest thing is that I wish this video got to people today. I didn't want to talk about this thing a long time, but I'm going to talk about it. I mean, during the voting periods, right?
Well, let me give a shout out to this guy. He's also good, J Baba. That man is good. He does music in a different, but he's good too. Yeah, he's good. He's talented.
I think all of them are watching now. They should be.
Oh, they are.
I just send it to them, so they should be watching right now. I send it to all the artists, and if they are not watching, it's all right. Now listen, this is what I'm saying. Like this. The person gave me some money. Oh, I'm just giving you this to support GMA USA. Thank God I did not take that money.
That would have been because they thought we took money from people and awarded them.
Yes. Like
but the award scheme is based on people voting for you.
Like, no,
and your merit.
Money to vote for yourself. You understand? And it was a big, right after the event, we were all over the place. How come we came in and we didn't win any award? I'm like, well, you think you think we are doing what you call it? It's a competitive award. We are not dashing awards. The people who are winning are people who actually put in the work. When we're asking people to vote, you go on their page and they were getting zeros.
Zero.
And you're expected to win?
Some of them don't even promote the event as they're supposed to.
No, you don't
as an
promote
artist.
But then they expect
and if you don't win, then right. Like last year, some people didn't file for nominations this year. I know them. They are watching. I know them. Some people didn't file for nomination this year because some people won. No, my party, yes, you see, your music is not the only aspect of the craft.
Right. There's more to it.
There's more to music than to win an award. It's not. You see, Joe Metal said something the last time. He wants to retire from the TGMAs. Why? Why? Because he feels it's too much of a burden when he gets nominated. Yeah, because he has to put in so much work to get people to vote. Diana said the same thing. I don't know. They think because they have the name, so they think, oh, I am this, so you have to be winning an award.
It should already be like that automatically.
I'm sorry. You're my G. I'm sorry. No, it doesn't work like that. If that's the same thing you are thinking, they say that, oh, okay, because you are this person, so you should win an award. No, I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Put in the work, like get people to vote for you. At least you have the chance of convincing your people to vote for you.
Speaking of voting and all of that, how is that going? And what is the process?
Yeah, so the voting is open until until July 10th. Now, okay, so online has 40%. So you, the artists, have the chance of convincing your people to vote for you.
Right.
And then the academy will also vote, and the academy also consists of you people, the industry players. Of course, when you vote, it forms 20%. Then the board will also vote, and it's from also another 20%. So it's 100%. So if you don't encourage people to vote for you, or the board don't see your work, you have a very nice music. Okay.
What is more to yourself?
To yourself.
Exactly.
What's more to you? Like, you see, somebody said something that your music is not enough.
That's deep.
Yeah, your music is not enough to make you a star.
Yeah.
Davido, when he releases a song, he doesn't sit.
Yeah.
You see the kind of work he puts in. It's always over the place.
And even back to the conversation that we were talking about last week about the difference between like Nigerian artists and the Ghanaian artists and, embracing each other, their own and things like that. Example, Davido, I actually follow like his cousins as well on Instagram, TikTok, and the way they're even pushing that, they're also doing networking. They're also pushing like the, when he has a show or event, the way they promote it. But then when it comes to us, dear,
I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with us Ghanaians, man. I really don't know what's wrong with it. With some of us Ghanaians, man. Your music is not enough. I'm just telling you again. Like, if you want to be a star, your music is not enough. You have a lot to do.
Yeah.
There's a business side to music.
Right.
Apart from your talent, let's put it like that. Your talent is not enough. Apart from your talent, there's still a business side to. People have Elon Musk. He has ideas. He created Cybertruck. And then he has a Tesla and other stuff.
Yeah.
He is still doing marketing.
Yeah, he's
to buy.
Yeah. Now, even DC, in front of the White House, they put a Tesla in front of there. Isn't that marketing?
You see?
So,
like, people are marketing themselves. So if you want to win an award, please get your people out there to vote for you. Don't come and look into my face and start feeling something. When you don't win anything, you're like, oh, Don, like he's giving an award. No, I'm not giving awards to him. I'm giving awards to deserving artists.
Right.
Okay. When you say you're giving awards to deserving artists, then other people are going to think otherwise. Saying that the scheme is giving awards to deserving people that are actually promoting the brand. And
not the brand GMA USA.
No, but I mean promoting GMA USA as in like advertising where they're putting on the, like we were talking about the other day that
when it comes to winning awards, you need to get people to vote for you.
Right.
It's a competitive award. It's not an honorary award. I'm not I honor people.
Right.
If I'm honoring you, that's different. But it's a competitive award. Every competitive award comes with voting. You understand? So if you are voting and you are not voting for yourself, you are not voting, you go on somebody's page, the person has 0. And the person still wants to win an award. Like, come on, man.
Okay. Since you're talking about what actually goes into that as far as getting people to vote for them, is it by word of mouth or by reaching out to family members, by posting, by making live videos about it, by talking
Just
about
like
it?
How do you get people to listen to your music?
Just
Same procedure.
Right.
Promote it.
Even if you don't get the likes or the views, you still promote, still post.
Promote it so you
put
it so you get to the place you want to get to.
Exactly.
Pay people. Let your management invest in you. Like pay. Pay. See, you need to pay. You see, the musician thing is you can just get up and get there, shoot yourself out.
We use money to get money.
And that's what I was going to say.
We use money to get money.
Yes, the Nigerians are thriving. They're going they're way ahead of us because they invest money into their craft.
Yeah.
Of course.
And I believe that Ghanaian artists, most of them are not ready to invest money. But you see, when you promote your brand to a certain level, na ukunya obi say bia emfa say bia or say Kwame Despite wakonya obi say now pese o promote you, no invest in you. You have to show him what you can do.
Let me show you something.
You know?
See, me as a businessman.
Yeah.
If you come to me and you bring a product, okay, and you have packaged the product badly, of course, I'm not going to invest into that product.
Right.
You need to package the product very well.
Very well packaged.
Well packaged. Bring it well. Let it look nice.
Nice.
Let me see it and say, oh, this is appealing. Before I can invest or put money in there. But if there's a reason I want to get this phone, because it's appealing, it's nice. That's why I bought it, right? There's a reason why AD also bought her phone. There's a reason she also likes that kind of phone. Everybody has a taste for something. But you need to package it well. Package it very well.
Right.
If you can't go to or say despite, and so I want you to invest in me when you yourself, you're not investing in you.
In yourself. When you yourself, you are a joke.
You're a joke.
Like somebody we know.
Your lifestyle is not even speaking for itself.
Actually, you need to package yourself. Other artists are doing it. And then when they are winning the awards, then people are like, oh, well, it's always the same people. No, it's always the same people putting in the work.
Yeah, again, I remember the very first time, again, I'm speaking her name, the very first time she won an award, there were a lot of controversies going around that, it's because, he favors her. But no, it's because she did the work.
Guess what? At a point, right?
One
of the artists was my artist.
Okay.
Okay. But guess what? Guess what?
Right.
When it got voted, we made sure she won the online voting. We got people to vote for her. If I say she was my artist before, she was my artist before GMA USA. Before we started Ghana Music.
But not a lot of people knew that.
A lot of people knew that. They knew
they didn't. Some didn't know that. Some didn't know.
That's what
so they assume, because there was more to that. And they,
You see, but she was my artist even before I started Ghana Music Awards. All right? But when you got to the voting, I'm like, look, hey, I can pull the record and I'll show you. She top votes. Like, she had about almost, the category she won, she was leading by 10,000 at the point. She was leading by huge margins. And it wasn't like robbed vote. It was evidential vote. Like, go on there, you see it.
Yeah.
You understand? But I realized that I'm like, no, that's going to be a conflict of interest. So I stopped doing all those things. I don't manage any female artists anymore. But you see, I'll throw my support to any artist who is doing very well.
Right.
I will support any male artist. I've supported so many male artists. Some of the male artists, they even come to me and say, Don, Charlie, I mean, if you believe in me, give me money, let me go.
But
Don't give them money.
Don, a question just came to me, and I think it was something I've been meaning to ask, but I didn't know how to ask. But since people are asking me to ask, I'm going to ask.
Ask away.
Yeah, you know me.
Ask. Nobody won't beat you.
Me, obi beti me album. No, not one come met me album. No, obi beti. Oh, nobody can do me foko. Yate blah 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 blah. Echo fu. So you see, knowing that she was your artist before GMA USA, don't you think you shouldn't have put her on?
Don't they actually have put? No,
because it will be conflict of interest.
No. See.
It was a conflict of interest for you to have put her on, because then people are going to see, because when she won, it's the same chaotic thing that we're talking about that happened. You understand? Because everybody thought to say you had a personal interest.
Okay. Let me, again.
So this is your opportunity to clear that.
Again, like I said, she's an artist who is doing very well.
Wow.
I cannot deny her the opportunity to file. And again, I am not the only board member of GMA USA. I am not the only management of GMA USA. I was not the only person in charge of selecting musicians. Somebody will say, oh, but I had an influence. No.
But mind you, too. The whole thing is
but
that...
you asked a question, can I answer you?
Okay, because, yeah.
Let me answer your question. If you don't allow me to land there, you may not understand. So you see, I was not the only person in there. Remember, all the artists you are saying, they also have the academy we have. They also have their managers in the academy. They have favorites. They have industry players who are favorites in the academy. You think the board members don't have their favorites?
They have their favorite.
What are we talking? The record academy, Grammys. You think they don't have their favorites? Everybody have their favorite. But see, we do not allow our interest to supersede that of their award scheme. All right. So what we did was make sure as an artist, and remember, the time she was coming in, I'd already pulled out as a manager.
As a manager.
Of her. The time she was coming in, I had already put out as a manager. But she was coming in as somebody I had managed before. And guess what? When her work
spoke for her.
For herself.
But people on the outside won't see it like
that's what
that.
I'm saying. So you see, all these academies and all of those things. So yes, GMA USA, I'm on the academy.
Of course,
I'm
you're an academy. You have a favorite artist, right?
Yes, I have a favorite. But
you mentioned 5.
No. Guess what? So you see, you are a CEO of a brand or of a product, okay? And she was an artist of yours, okay? So in the back of people's mind, no, the other people that are in there, no, nobody knows who they are managing. Maybe right now that's when they know, but before, no, nobody knew who they were managing.
AJ, wait, no, before you even land, right? You didn't even know she was an artist at the time.
That is what I'm saying. So listen.
Wait. No, I want to clarify something.
Okay.
Like I said, before, and I said it earlier, before GMA USA, she was.
But having a favorite artist is different from managing an artist.
An artist.
You understand what I'm saying? So you were managing.
She's not listening to what I'm saying, you know.
I am.
No,
you see,
if
people are post.
Listen, if you are listening, you realize you are still not getting what I'm saying.
Okay, please
make
me.
She was an artist before she entered
so
GMA
past
USA.
tense.
It was past. She was not my artist doing GMA USA. That was when I decided I'm not even going to
manage
temper with any management with any artist or whatever it is. She was an artist at the time. Before GMA. I said it in the beginning and you heard it. I said before GMA USA, she was an artist I was managing. How was I even managing her? It wasn't like she was signed to like a record deal. I was like, she was new into the system and I was showing her what to do. I was going to programs because I was a gospel artist myself at the time. So when I'm going to a show, I will invite her, hey, I got in the show, let's go play this show. I will go to different shows. So it wasn't like she was signed under my Go look at all her videos. You're not going to mention the person's name, but when you go and look at the person's videos, you will never see anything Dawn's Music Production attached to it. If I say I was managing, it was like, you see, we have road managers and we have general managers of artists. Those who don't understand this management concept, we have road managers. Road managers are people who go on shows with you or who travel with you to shows. I was more or less like that at the time. Before we even entered into, before we started GMA USA. And when I entered into GMA USA, that was it.
But you see, Dawn, this is what I'm trying to say. The fact that she's even previously had an affiliation with you, it's conflicts of interest.
Oh, then most of the artists shouldn't have even qualified for GMA USA.
No, guess what?
No,
you see,
because I knew most of the artists before GMA.
Right. But so this was a person where...
See, some of them have even performed on their concerts. I performed on the concert, on the Tete's concert in 2017. Radical Worship. Twice. He was an artist and I performed at his concert. Me, the CEO now, perform at his concert. So then you say that's a conflict of interest. Everything that happened before GMA USA is past. So if you guys want to still dwell on what happened before GMA, that's your
right. That's the thing. But we're talking about it. But the reason why we're talking about it is that there's still people in there that feels that some of these artists, especially the females, some of these artists that are winning or whatever it is, and they are winning based off of affiliation, based off of who they know, based off. But you see, people will not know, say they are promoting and they are getting their people to do it. But because they have an affiliation with you, they're going to say...
See, if somebody just says this to you, then the person is very ignorant. Very, very ignorant. Because what? I have affiliation with all the artists. Tomorrow I'm going to Royal Mama's concert. I was at Heticody's concert last year. I went to the Ghanaian YS's concert this year. I've been going to other people's concerts. So does it mean I'm favoring them over others? Once you have a concert, I'll come to your concert. So what is the affiliations? Like, for the fact that, see, our role, apart from Ghana Music Awards USA, right? Dawn's Music Production is a management company. It's an advertising company. We are a management company. And we are a publicity company. We publicize events, you understand? And we are concept developers. That is our main. So if an artist comes to me and says, oh, I want a concert for my music video, or I want to shoot a music video, and the person pays us to do that, are you saying because the person pays us? Chatterhouse also does music videos and other stuff for other people. So are you saying because they do that, so there will be a conflict of interest? But no.
Hey, you know, Don.
No.
We're dealing with
No. See. We are dealing with our people, but I say, let's stop the ignorance, right? Let's stop the ignorance. Because apart from GMA USA, I'm still an individual who also has a business going on. GMA USA is being run by two institutions, Strategic Ideas and Dawn's Music Production. You understand? We play different roles altogether. We are the financiers of Ghana Music Awards USA. We are the concept developers of GMA USA. You understand? And they also have what they also do. If my other partner knows somebody or is also doing business with some of the artists, doesn't mean that it's going to, you see, that's the professional side. Record Academy. And this one, maybe they don't understand how awards work. Grammys, the voting members are Record Academy members, including the artists themselves. Guess what? The Record Academies, the producers on there have produced some of the artists they have nominated. So are you going to say that's conflict of interest?
Okay.
No, it's just you trusting the process, period.
Okay, so...
And that's how awards work. Then we will never have a board. Then we will never have an academy. Why? Why do we have a board and academy? And I'm going to explain this. We have and
I think it's in line with the question that somebody just threw at me, and I want to ask you that. So somebody say, okay, why can't we have the academy and the board be the judge of the talent instead of leaving it for people to vote for?
Okay, so see, when we met with the artists, right? When we have meetings with the artists, guess what the artists are also saying? Why can't we give the public the higher percentage and have the board and academy have only 2%? You see, everybody has something to say about awards and music, which is fine because everybody has an opinion. You understand? I'm being like this because I want people to understand I've never done an interview like this. Where I have to explain into details how.
Which is a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, you're giving more insight.
Yeah.
I like this because sometimes people think, they don't understand concept of awards.
Right.
Board members. Another Samabe.
Me, I'm ignorant to some of the things, but I'm learning.
Yeah. Another Samabe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is my board chair.
No.
He has a favorite artist.
Mm.
The owner of Grammys has a favorite artist.
Of course.
Everybody has a favorite artist. But I see, professionally, we are not allowed professionally to
think outside the box.
See, we are not allowed for those things to influence our decisions. That is why we are professionals when it comes to these things.
Mm-hmm.
Me, when it gets to, there are some categories, when the vote comes, I don't vote. At the board meeting, I don't vote.
Oh yeah, there's been several times when we're voting, I don't vote. Because it's like you have like people
there are some 3 artists I see as these 3 artists are too good, I can't choose.
You can't choose.
I just leave it. I don't vote. Even though I'm doing a disservice to one of them, but I feel that's it. Like, there's a lot that goes into choosing an award winner. It's a lot. As I tell them, look, the board and academy, you can never win. One person cannot, academy. One person cannot win the whole academy. Unless, of course, that person became very huge, like Jehovah. When he became very huge, the following year, anytime they call his name, he's winning. Because what? He was all over the place. But now, I don't think we have ever had a situation whereby during an academy vote, one person took everything apart from the year Jehovah was too loud. It's always a split vote among them. Put that one on the side. The board, it's always a split decision because, first of all, some of the artists in America, they are not really known. And we are now pushing them out. Ghana, even though they are known, sometimes you look at the vote and say, oh, wow, really? Everybody have their favorite. You listen to the music. No, sometimes you listen to, I will listen to a music and I'm like, this music was popular. But
how come the person did not win anything?
Yeah,
I'm like, this person was very popular. Why? But I see, the years they are using to listen to the music is different from everybody's years. I listen to a music, people are so enthused about the music. I'm like,
you're like, what the heck is this? All right, Don, one more question that somebody has, and I think it's quite interesting or quite good if you're able to answer it. Or say, if you're allowing people to cast their votes, artists, no casting votes now, then it means to say, by not letting the academy and the board do it now, you're letting say, okay, let's put it out there and have people vote. So you finally say, if Adwoa is an artist, then meaning if Adwoa has the most people with influential people that has the money, meaning he's going to be the one with
the board and academy votes.
It's a question that a person is asking. Say, so if you're saying, said the people should vote, and it means that the person with the most money
maybe the person joined the live, the live, not long ago. Okay, sometimes when I'm talking, I have so much in my mind that I end up not knowing exactly what it is. But okay, so now the board has 40%. The academy has 20%. I said it earlier. And the general public has 40%. So the general public and the board have similar percentages. Now, the reason why we allow the fans to vote is because, and that's where I want to put to other. They also have a say in their craft. They have a say. They are the one who, their fans are the ones who patronize their music. They are the ones who patronize their music. So why can't they also support their artists to win? If I give everything to the board, it means I'm denying their fans the opportunity to also vote for their artists.
Okay.
You understand? Now, let me answer his question in a different way, okay? Or he or she, whoever.
It's a she.
It's a she. Now, the person, if you are very popular, the awards is a popularity contest. You know that?
Right.
It's a popularity award. It's a competitive award. It means the winner takes it all.
Okay.
It is not, I'm first, I'm second. they are competing for something. They can only be first. So if my fan base is bigger than your fan base, it means I'm bigger than you.
Okay. And I think that's what his question is like. Then it means that because they have money and they have the people.
It's not about having money. It's about having people to vote for you.
For you.
So let's say I'm Dundee and I'm promoting myself and I have a fan base of about 5,000. And you have a fan base of about 2,000. Of course, I have an edge over you.
Of course. I mean,
it means I'm doing something right. Or I'm doing something better than you. That's why it's a competitive award. So you two should be encouraged.
It means like I have to up my game.
Exactly. It's a competitive award. It's not an honorary award.
Okay.
You understand?
So does talent play a part in this?
That is where the board and academy comes in. The talent part is where the board and academy comes in. You get it? Yeah.
Okay.
It's good we're having this conversation. Some people don't understand it.
I'm very curious as to how you evaluate artists. So, like, I'm very
talent.
Based on like, okay, let's just say music, for example. How do you guys like? What criteria do you have for music?
We have a system, right?
Okay.
Where we know. Okay, so let me put it this way. I may not give out our. So let's say 5 people file or 10 people file, and we need only 5 people for that particular category.
Okay.
Let's say the gospel song of the year, we need only 5. We are listening to the lyrics.
Okay.
We are listening to production of your music. We are listening to the quality of your music. We are looking at your streams. We are looking at your packaging as an artist.
Okay.
That is what, first of all, that is the first take. We will take all these things before you even take your music, before we even allow the board to even listen to the music.
To the music.
The music is even good enough to be in that category.
Okay, so who are the people that do those things that you're talking about, you just mentioned?
That is the board.
Okay,
and the research
board
team. Yes.
Okay.
The research team will bring the raw data. Okay. In this year, we had about 20 people performing, but out of the 20, when we use our metric, we realized we have only, I didn't want to use those words, but when we use our metric, we received it to 10. And you need 5 people, but we gave you 10. Now give it to your board for your board to also listen to it and then nominate the people.
Okay.
So they bring it to us and then receive it again. And then you get 5 people qualifying. So, okay, we needed 5 people. And out of the 10 that they gave us, sometimes they give us the whole 20. It makes our work very, very difficult because like, listening to 20 music, one person listening to 20 music at a time. Get tired again. So sometimes we give them the chance to also bring it down to a certain number. So let's say we tell them this year we don't want the 20. Give us up to 10. Very good 10. In the year under review, gospel sounds in America, give us 10. They give it to us. When they file, we give it to the research team. They see it, they give it to us. And I give it to the academy. No, sorry, I don't give it to the academy. I give it to the board and then the executive board of Ghana Music Awards USA to listen to, and then they do the nomination. Now, the winning, that is where the problem is. Remember, everybody in that category is a potential winner. If you are nominated among the 5, the gospel song, the top 5 gospel song of the year, it means you can win. So, 1, the honors is on you, the artist, the board, and the academy. So if you, the artist, is able to get your percentage from the 40% online, now the academy will also meet. The academy includes you, the industry players. Oh, and I've heard this music somewhere before. Maybe all you want to vote for is popularity of the music. Oh, I'm not enthused about this person because me intend it in crowd. Maybe we want it. So we will chairman. We ain't it. Will be for. And then somebody will also say, I want to listen to their lyrics. So I'm also about Tony at seeing in challenging way, no to assume. Even though minimum not minimum at Twasun at the vote way boom. That is how the awards are being won. But that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, this is all the time that we have, but before we leave, let me ask you this question. What are people to expect this year? I know, say it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
What are people to expect on Friday, on Saturday?
Talk about wow.
Our time is very, very limited, but I want us to just touch on it. What are people to expect? I mean, you've gone gone into details as
look
to
into
their
his
artists
eye
and all of that. But before you say anything, I want to say a big congrats to Hetty Koji for putting up a beautiful concert. And Royal Mamas is coming on tomorrow.
And then
Minister Becky next 2 weeks.
No, next week actually.
Next week. All the gospel artists that are here. We see you. We hear you. We see your work. We see all that you're doing. And we are very, very proud of you. We're saying that don't give up. Continue to do what you're doing. So now, Don, tell us, it's a fun-filled weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What are we to expect?
So you mentioned one of the artists that will be performing, Hetty Koji.
Hey, she's going to shake. If you don't, Adwa, you have to come home. Get your whole family to come. It's a family mini vacation for you. Because if Hetty is going to be on stage, Royal Mama is going to be on stage. Royal Mama is going to be on stage this year.
We announced that one too.
Hey. Because they move the stage, they can shake the stage.
So I've announced, this is the first time I've even talked about one artist that will be performing. I've not mentioned anywhere. So yes, Hetty Koji is performing. Mfitete is also performing. These two. Free and Hetty.
Chineke Meo, we are dead.
Yeah.
We are talking gospel. You're talking of gangster gospel.
Gangster gospel. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So Hetty and Humphrey are performing this year. There are other artists also performing, but you know, as time goes on,
but since they made me,
shout out
to the one.
These two, and then we also have Jamin and Jehovah performing this year.
I need to bring my flat.
I need to bring my flat. Yeah, Jamin and Jehovah performing this year, and then we will announce the rest later. So I've given 2 gospel and 2 secular. These are the 2. But there are other artists that will be performing, the other female artists that will be performing, other male artists in America that will be performing.
Okay. Do we have, I know you're not going to mention, but do we have any surprise artists coming from Ghana?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I mean, there's going to be some artists coming. 2 or 3 artists coming. Actually, 3 artists coming from Ghana.
Yeah, that's what's
we are still yet to sign the agreement. You know, figures are still figuring. You know, so we will sign those ones. But again, I'm looking into your face. I'm telling you this.
Talk to them.
Talk to them.
The VVIPs are already sold out. You already know.
Right.
That should tell you something. 2 months to the event and VVIPs are sold. What does that mean? That means that, Charlie, you don't want to miss this year's event. Friday night is the beach party.
Oh yeah, very first one. Hey, the way people were pressing people. Press. Hey. Pressing.
Yeah,
the 2021. Yeah, we have to do times 3 of the 2021.
Oh, can't wait.
And then after that, we'll have the following day to be having the beach vibe. If you want to go to the beach to go have vibe, catch a vibe before the main event.
Right.
So I'm already in my summer clothes.
Of course.
I'm getting ready. Understand? And yes, it's gonna happen. Like mad, serious on Saturday, and then in the evening is the main event.
Okay.
You don't want to miss this year's event. If you miss, well, I guess it's up to you. Right? You don't want to miss it. So
you don't want to miss the glitz, the glam, and all of that.
Then the red carpet, the red carpet this year is gonna be, you know,
red carpet debut.
And then the main event itself. After that, the after party.
Okay.
We've gone for one of the best venues in Atlantic City or the best auditorium in Atlantic City for this year's event and then the after party. So you don't want to miss the after party. So make sure you bring your change of clothes.
Okay, the after party, you're talking about after the main event.
After the main event.
The after party.
This time, the after party will close at 4 a.m.
Hey!
Yeah!
Hey! All the time we close. Last time we closed at 3. But this time we're going to close at 4 a.m. So you don't want to miss this year. And then the Sunday is the fufu party. Charlie, all this, you are paying only $150 and $100. $100 and $150. All this.
All
chilling.
The package, the chilling.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, you don't want, is it GMA USA when you come? I know some people say, so don't stop going on camera, you know, stop going. Yeah. I can't miss this podcast because it's the one, you see, you are seeing the clear backgrounds and the clear cameras and stuff. Guess what? they are the ones doing the production this year. I just have to be here.
Any events no could be you.
Yeah, this
You could be.
You can't be a part of this podcast and not say you go. If not, I'll fire you. I have the autonomy to fire you. Or producer, what do you say?
It's possible that we may even do a podcast.
Like you see, like promo and all that
before the main event itself. So if you want to pass through this podcast, no, just type podcast under here if you are watching, so that they'll host their podcast. I mean, at the ACS1 studio prior to the event. And then we also try.
Yeah, we can try that on a Friday night. Where we can have everybody there and move and vibe with them. I think it's going to be very fun
the Friday, like we were setting up on Friday night. So you can talk to your producer, and if it's
I'll have a conversation with the producer and see if you're watching us on TikTok and then YouTube, please let us know if you want Lounge Vibz to be there, to be lounging and vibing with that will make it possible, make it pop, we'll make it happen. So see you. Is that all?
See that after party.
Oh, okay. That's where we're going to have the. Oh, okay. That's what's up. I wish producer can play that video.
Yeah, see the after party. So we're having the after party, man. Charlie, the place is going to be fully packed, fun, and Charlie, electrifying. You don't want to miss this year's event.
Okay, electrifying. I can't brothel. It should shake you.
Kicking me. All right, this is all the time that we have. We're about to draw the curtain here today. Thank you guys so much for joining. All the artists that we're watching, I mean, I can't see all of you, but if you're watching, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm sure CEO made sure, so wow, I'm here to see you watching a trauma song. Any day. Program baby Adwa, my final we say.
Shout out to everybody watching right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely the way that CEO has described this event, you shouldn't miss it. You shouldn't miss it. Everybody should anticipate for it. And overall, I thank CEO for being here and going, talking about the industry, giving us insights. I'm seeing things and it's making sense to me. Yo, what you say? What do you say? Okay.
All right, Angela, thank you, darling. All right, see you on Pacha. My final we say na and fambre because when we say producer, can say a year friend. Say your mind. Wasn't a year friend. See you.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people watching, and let me just say a big shout out to all the American artists. Babalin, what's up? I see you watching. I see Hetikoji watching. I see Ama, Nancy watching. Everybody watching. Jehovah, all of them. They are commenting. All the artists.
I love y'all.
Yeah. So I mean, like the producer just gave me a signal. If you realize I was looking to the other corner, he said, "Well, look, hey, they are definitely going to have the podcast and they'll be interviewing you. And from now to the time, if you are ready and you want to be on this podcast, reach out. I'll find under
reach out to
and then you
Don,
can
and Don will reach out to me.
No, don't reach out to me, please.
Reach out to who? Sorry.
DG. Or,
let them reach out to her and then she can compile all the lists and then hand it over to producer. Producer will hand it over to me and then we'll take it from there. So, yeah.
Don't call me, please.
Don't call call the person in charge of, doing all of that, and we're more than happy to do the interview. Again, thank you guys so much for joining. Then see you. And then I didn't say
TV.
Still I'm Kwana.
Would there be any So we thank you guys so much for tuning in. You can watch us tomorrow on YouTube, not TV. And I mean, KNOC TV on YouTube. So I just subscribe to the channel. If you're watching us on TikTok, please subscribe to our TikTok channel so we can get, we can get it going. We can get it popping.
Charlie, you have to send you a bounce ball, so Charlie.
Exactly.
Crockett.
Clock it. So, thank you so much. I'm your host, Ikea Jewel, and you're going to see me at the GMA USA. All the artists that are here that are working hard, we see you. We see your hard work. We see everything that you're doing. We appreciate it. Keep up the good work and all the concerts that you're putting up. Yeah, be called global. Mate, Mamon show will be Mamon show will be Keep on pushing, keep on doing what you're doing. We thank you, and we'll see you again same time next week. We appreciate you all. Thank you. Signing out. Mwah.